If you've been living under a rock, the rest of the world has now been made privy to the fact that Hulk Hogan's favorite form of pillow talk is racism. And he got fired from WWE because of that. Now, here's the thing. I see a lot of people talking about this issue with Hulk Hogan, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't like the way that it's being framed by a lot of people because I'll look at this and I'll see people saying Hulk Hogan got fired from WWE for saying the N word. Newsflash, people. Hulk Hogan did not get fired from WWE for simply saying the N word. Let me repeat. Hulk Hogan did not get fired from WWE for simply saying the N word. Hulk Hogan got fired from WWE because he went on a racist rant, a racist tirade. And if you don't know the difference between simply saying the N word and a racist tirade, allow me to translate Hulk Hogan's comments for you. I care about my daughter Brooke. I love my daughter Brooke. And seeing as I love my daughter Brooke, it is up to me to protect her. And I want to protect her from black guys because I look at black guys and they're not good enough. They are inferior. And the only way that you can meet my level of acceptance is if you're 8 foot tall, you play basketball, and you're worth $100 million. If you don't fit that criteria, and you're black, then you're worthless. Your life has no value whatsoever. Now realize, I did not say the N-word anywhere in there at all, but the message still came across very clearly. And that's why Hulk Hogan is no longer employed by WWE. And for all of the folks out there who are attempting to compare this to situations involving rappers, well, rappers say the N-word all of the time. Stop. Oh, Booker T can't say anything about Hulk Hogan saying the N-word because he even called Hulk Hogan that before. Stop. Vince McMahon said it on WWE TV before. Stop. None of that shit matters at all to what Hulk Hogan did in this one specific case. And I don't want to crucify Hulk Hogan. I don't want to torture Hulk Hogan. I don't want to physically harm him in any way, shape, or form. And I don't think that anyone out there is doing that at all. And no one is attempting to throw Hulk Hogan in jail either. So for all of the people who are defending him, talking about freedom of speech, well, yeah, he has freedom of speech. He also has freedom of employment now as well. And I would just like to also say that freedom of speech doesn't give you freedom from consequences. And that's what Hulk Hogan is facing right now. He is facing accountability for what it is that he said. And even though it was, 8 years ago, there's no statute of limitations on being an asshole. So, yeah.
I don't know,
There
man.
you
I,
go.
I kind of disagree with what you said. You said he got fired for going on a racist tirade. I don't think that's the case. I think he got fired because WWE is scared. I don't think WWE legitimately cares what he said because they have this stuff going on. I'm sure in the top ranks. I mean, they're scared of the PR backlash. That's why he got fired.
Well, yeah, I'll say that. He got fired for going on a racist tirade that was recorded and released to the public. Let me clarify. So I'll just throw that on there. That's why he got fired.
All right.
So, yeah, and that's one of those situations where I don't blame them at all because, hey, he was in a position serving as an ambassador for their company, and you don't want someone like that being a spokesperson for your company. So, yeah, as far as Hulk Hogan goes, I don't feel bad for him at all. I really don't. Like people say
No
he made a
reason to.
mistake. Shit. Yeah, I'm sitting here like, oh, he made a mistake. What was the mistake that he made? Was the mistake saying those beliefs out loud, or were they believing them in the first place? So it should either way, still terrible. It still sucks, and more stuff is coming out on a day-to-day basis. So I don't feel bad for Hulk Hogan at all. You want to know who I really feel bad for? I feel bad for the guy who had to sit through the sex tape long enough to even figure out what happened at the end. Like, who the fuck, like, what kind of fortitude do you have to sit through Hulk Hogan engaging in coitus to even know what the fuck he said after? That's the guy that I feel bad for. So, Hulk Hogan, uh,
Well, they were checking out his 24-inch python, brother.
okay. Alrighty then.
All right.
Evan?
To weigh in on this, yeah, it's not something that I'm gonna go on some 10-minute rants on, as me and Jay and I were talking last night, and I just kind of was going off on the whole thing.
We could, but
we could, but I mean, I think that it's pretty damn obvious that we here at PWF Empire Live, and as everyone should be, we are supporters of the rights to equality, and it's ridiculous to me that that Hulk Hogan, a star of his status, no matter where the hell he was, would be dumb enough to think that it was a good idea to say those things. If you're Hulk Hogan and you feel the way Hulk Hogan feels, as wrong and as rancid and as old-fashioned and as stupid as that may be, you still shouldn't make those comments publicly to anybody else on tape or whatever, ever. I don't know what the hell he was thinking whenever he said it. And again, as Jay mentioned, there is no statute of limitation. I don't care if that was 20 years ago. It still doesn't justify what Hulk Hogan said in any way, shape, or form. It's absolutely wrong in every way, shape, or form. There is just no if, and, or but about that. And I think that WWE is a hypocritical company because they are firing a guy for these racist remarks, yet they have their own, kind of hand in having racist qualities to them. I'm not saying Vince McMahon is racist, but what I am saying is that they certainly have proven that people of other ethnicities other than Caucasian have not exactly gotten the pushes, the characters, the gimmicks, the overall benefits that Caucasians would in WWE. There's no question about it. And they've been given gimmicks that reflect upon racial stereotypes. That has been that way for Asians in the company, for blacks in the company, and the beat goes on. There's gimmicks to this very day that still are within a racial stereotype in WWE as we speak. So, to me, it's hypocritical of WWE still in that manner. I wish this Hulk Hogan, issue here, I wish this would cause WWE to finally be able to eliminate these stereotypes, finally be able to move past these ridiculously old school ways of thinking that are so damn wrong, and finally just start giving pushes to the people who deserve them, not the people who look a certain fucking way.
And then I would like to add on to that, not talking about you hope WWE changes from this, not simply a thing where it's like, okay, well, just make sure you don't get caught. None of that bullshit, like, oh, make sure there are no recordings in the room. No, actually promote a change, because we've had conversations about what goes on in WWE before, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have conversations about what goes on in WWE going forward. But I'm hoping that this does promote a change within them, even if I'm not saying that they're at fault for what Hulk Hogan did, because the blame solely rests on his shoulders. No one pushed him to say any of those things. No one pushed him to believe any of those things in the beginning. That was all on Hulk Hogan as a grown-ass man expressing those beliefs. So, yeah, but I'm still hoping that WWE, you get your shit together as well.